it's Walking Shadows is the title. I thought the atmosphere of the title fit the record. You know, it suggests soft and quiet motion, a balance of light and dark, a sense of gentleness, a sense of mystery. Well, it's always been my dream to do an album of ballads, you know. I mean, for me, first and foremost, that's what this album is. I mean, the strings are a very important part of it, but ultimately what I wanted to do was to explore the softer, gentler, more melodic, more romantic, lyrical side of jazz playing. It was my idea. It's something I've always wanted to do. It's just something that I haven't been ready to do. I may still not have been ready, but I'm more ready now than I was 20 years ago. Playing with strings is it's an amazing experience, you know, and yes, I mean, I wanted to have that experience, and I think when it's done right, strings and jazz and ballads can be a wonderful combination. The strings can give warmth and lushness and elegance to ballads expression in jazz, but it can also be done wrong, so it's a risky thing. Well, I've been playing with Brad for 20 years, you know, and he's one of my, I mean, I feel very honored. He's one of the greatest musicians alive and one of the greatest musicians of our time. And, you know, he's been one of my closest collaborators over the years. But on this record, he's not only playing piano, but he also did 2 of the arrangements and he produced the record. And I felt like I really needed somebody that I trusted and who had a great aesthetic sense to help me to help me with this album, because you know, it was so much unfamiliar territory for me, especially in terms of playing with strings and how to integrate strings into a jazz context. I could think of no one better. So I'm very honored and very fortunate that he agreed to do it. Brian Blade playing drums, and once again one of my closest friends and collaborators. There's nobody like Brian Blade. I mean, he brings songs to life in a jazz context. You know, he just knows exactly the right groove, the right feeling. He hears melodies and he interprets melodies on the drums. He's one of the most melodic drummers. And so for an album like this, of melodies, of great songs, there's no one like Brian. And Larry Grenadier is the bassist, and he's one of the great bassists in jazz, because he has this ability to play with tremendous spontaneity and tremendous creativity, but also he always holds it down. He's a bass player that's not afraid to play the bass, and he provides the root and he grounds the music. He holds the music together. Dan Coleman directed it, and I met Dan through Brad, because Dan conducted Highway Rider, and he's a brilliant musician, and he knew just how to work with the strings and make the orchestra sound as good as it could in the very short time we had to do this project. He was really a key part of making this a success. He just, you know, he has incredible work ethic and incredibly efficient, and just a very, very, very fast musical mind. I did take the time to learn the lyrics to all these songs. It's the first time I've ever done that. You know, I've heard about those stories of jazz musicians like Lester Young. I heard Dexter Gordon said the same thing. You can't really play a ballad unless you know the lyrics. And I never paid attention to that, but on this record I did. I learned the lyrics. Well, I wanted to choose songs that I felt I could sing with on the saxophone. I wanted to choose songs that I felt I had a connection with and that I could play with creativity and tell a story, and that I could play that would allow me to get to a very vulnerable place and communicate a lot of feeling and a lot of emotion. But I did listen a lot to vocalists. I spent a lot of time listening to Frank Sinatra and Nat King Cole and Ella Fitzgerald and Billie Holiday and Sarah Vaughan and you know, great vocalists, because I wanted to have a very vocal phrasing on the saxophone.